Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to another episode of Jacob Walks Over a Bridge. I'm Jacob, currently walking over a bridge, and put 'em up, as they say, as this is the most confusing day on printed calendars for most Americans. Boxing Day. What does it mean? No one knows. But I could tell you that from the research I've done in the past, it's definitely not about boxing. Now, if I were a smart man, I would have Googled this extensively before hitting record, but when have I ever been a smart man? I mean, I'm here on the Brooklyn Bridge at any time of the day, of the year. I thought maybe, day after Christmas, it's early-ish morning. It's not even 9:30 yet. I thought, maybe this would be the day I'd walk across and it'd be pretty light. But no. I mean, it's also Sunday, so I guess, you get some of that. And you still have, even despite Omicron's best efforts, you still have a whole bunch of people in the city as tourists. You can take away everything, but you can't take away someone's Christmas in New York vacation. As romantic as that sounds. But no, Boxing Day, I believe it's supposed to be about actual boxes and regifting things, and I'm probably very wrong. Like I said, it's been a long time since I Googled what this day means, and without the actual celebration of it to remind me year after year, there's a lack of repetition to drill home what this day actually stands for. So, but like I said, it's very confusing for Americans who look at the calendar. See Christmas, yes, you know what Christmas is, but then the day after is Boxing Day. No one knows. Everyone just assumes it's the sport. Could have some history dating back to turn of the century, 1900. Boxing was nearing its peak. Could have been, this was the day after Christmas where you'd have the marquee boxing matchups to determine the heavyweight champion of the world, or whatever trophies they give out to people who can punch good. But no, boxing's, it's not really, it's fairly out of favor now, I'd say. Not no one, but I guess thanks to ESPN and the likes of organizations like them, we do know who some of the more prevalent fighters are. I mean, if you ask me to name a famous boxer, I'd probably have to go back to maybe like Muhammad Ali or George Foreman. Who's the guy with the tattoo? Mike Tyson. I have to imagine they're famous boxers now, but maybe if I were in the know, I would know, but I don't know. I guess people these days not as big a fan as they were in the past. Well, that's also not true, because you still get some of the mixed martial arts are big, so I guess maybe not boxing per se, but people still like watching people beat the crap out of other people. But it wasn't really my thing. And even when you go to Wii Sports included boxing, which made sense given how they wanted to promote boxing or motion controls, and it was something to do with the extra nunchuck controller. Boxing was actually the sport I played least on Wii Sports, probably because, for a number of reasons. One, the controls just seemed a little wonky. It was never really clear how to use them. I mean, I got the punching, but then you had to evade. Oh, there might have been a block feature, I don't remember. But my family also only had one nunchuck controller, so if we had people over and we were playing Wii Sports, we're probably playing bowling or baseball. Golf was fun. It had its moments. Not my favorite sport. Was there baseball, bowling, golf, boxing? What's the fifth one? I can't remember. Oh, this is gonna bug me. I'm sure it'll come to me later. It's surprising to me how Wii Sports, of all games that came out on the Wii, is now one of the most expensive Wii games to get secondhand. If you go to GameStop, the most prevalent reseller of games in this country, you go to the Wii section, you find a game, Wii Sports. It was the pack-in game for a system that sold millions and millions and millions of copies, and yet it's $50 today. I don't know if that's just because Wii is still, I don't know if it's just having a moment now or what, but you'd think that the game that was free, that millions of people had, and millions of people, when they're getting rid of their systems, want to get rid of. Sorry, I'm bobbing and weaving. Like I said, I thought this would be a better day, but maybe if I had, instead of walked from my apartment to the bridge, if I had taken the subway, there would have been fewer people, but alas. Tennis, duh. How could I forget tennis for the 5th Wii Sports? Walk through someone's engagement photos, or I don't even know the guy was on his one knee proposing, but it seemed like it was all staged, so she probably knew what was happening. Might be for family, I don't know. Marriage is weird. Tennis was the Wii sport I forgot. I was really good at it. But Wii Sports, yeah, it's, I don't know why. I mean, so maybe 2018 or so, my parents got rid of the Wii that was in the basement, and I okayed him. My dad was the one who brought it to GameStop. He was retired, so he had all the time. And like a fool, I think, when am I going to want to play Wii Sports? And then nostalgia hits, and it's like, oh, I want to play Wii Sports. Or Dad sold the game. I should probably have emphasized that. I didn't mention that. Actually, funny enough, I don't think GameStop took the Wii itself. I don't think they wanted. They took the wires that were associated with it in the games, and I think they gave away another Wiimote. But I was thinking, when am I going to use it? But of course, like a fool, I have a Wii U that plays Wii games, and Wii Sports it's still, I mean, despite its age, and the cutesy graphics haven't aged too poorly, and everyone knows it and loves sports, except maybe boxing. No one really plays boxing. And now I want it. And now I'm looking. And then, funny enough, they actually did make a version for the Wii U, which had online access. So for you and your other one friend who had a Wii U, if you had internet connection and a copy of Wii Sports Club or